The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration has compiled data to indicate that men are actually worse drivers than women. I'm not saying it, they're saying it. So when people are curious as to why men have to pay higher premiums for car insurance, this data might actually play a role. Now let me give you the facts and then we'll discuss. I have two men on the panel and I'm very curious to see what they have to say. Now, being a male automatically does mean that you're going to have to pay more for car insurance, which I think is a little unfair. Now, men do drive about 15,000 miles more, or 15,000 miles per year, compared to women who drive about 10,000 miles. Now, if you look at this first graph, you will see the blue lines, which represent men, and then the white lines, which represent women. As you can see, when it comes to fatal car accidents, or car accidents in general, including property damage and stuff like that, men outnumber women significantly. Okay, so a male driver who gets into a fatal accident is actually twice as likely as a female to have a blood alcohol level of 0.08 or more than 0.08. So men are more likely to drink and drive. This is a little disastrous when it comes to men. I really want to know what you guys think about this. Andy, make your point.
Yeah, insurance premiums are basically calculated based on your risk as a specific type of driver. It's not necessarily, oh, well, we like women more, so we're going to give them a deal or anything like that. And I think that, according to whatever they think that you might be liable for later on, they've figured it out somehow in their algorithms and big, rooms filled with people, monkeys punching computers. They like figured that out, that's what it comes down to. I think that, obviously if men are more interested in driving drunk, or men are more likely to drive drunk, I wonder why that is. I wonder what the sort of psychology behind feeling maybe when you're intoxicated that you don't have the same cautionary things that you would have when you were sober, and maybe that's different for guys or for girls, and obviously it's not good. But I
think that male hormones like testosterone makes you a little more of a risk taker, and so that might play a role. I think that
and estrogen makes you fall asleep and take off your shoes.
Does it really? Estrogen makes me crazy.
Oh, I have no idea.
Which is not a good situation.
Just it's hard to drive when you have your heels in your hand.
That's a good point.
And you're crying.
That's true.
It's just like.
Too many fucking dudes.
That was awesome.
Christian, make your point.
I'd like to start off by saying I have never rear-ended a car because I was texting and driving.
Can you just move on and okay.
Oh, so you did that.
That was your point. Moving on.
That was my point.
Okay.
That was my point.
So here's the question for the story. What law do you break the most when you're driving, Christian?
Texting and driving.
Oh, no.
Thank you.
But I do it well, because you see some people hold their phones down here, and then they're like, I hold my phone right here at a good angle, so I can
give them
look
tips.
At me.
Yeah, so I could just I could text you and drive at the same time, but I've never crashed. Came close.
I like this wide shot. Let's use more of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't count my pores.
We're looking real good. Andy, answer the question.
All right. I will say what I do. Probably maybe drive a little bit too fast. Sometimes when you're running late and you're trying to get to the TYT studio and trying to put your makeup on and the 405. You do what you can. You do what you can to get here on time. All right.
Fair enough. I definitely do speed. I do text and drive time to time. Although I've stopped doing it a lot. Okay. But the one thing that I will say that I do on a daily basis that at some point is going to get me in trouble, and I totally deserve it. Totally drinking. No, I do. I have had drinks and then gotten behind the wheel when I shouldn't have done it, but that was way in the past, and I never do that now. I'd rather Uber and pay extra money. But for me, there's this one street where I need to make a left turn, and there's so much traffic on that street. So I have to wait multiple lights to get to the point where I can get into the left turn only lane. And so now I just drive in the center divider until I can finally get to the left turn only lane. But I'm not the only one who does it. Other people do it.
Right.
So I'll wait for someone else to do it and I'll go behind them.
Yeah.
So if there's a cop, hopefully that person will get a ticket and I won't. You just got to be clever about breaking the law.
So
if everybody else does it, it's okay.
Right.
Exactly.
And as long as you're not the one getting caught, then it's fine.
Totally fine.
If you don't get caught, it's not breaking the law.
The more you know.
The more you know. What do you guys do?
cares.
What do you guys do to break the law? I want to know. Comment in the section below. What kind of traffic violations are you guilty of? Air your dirty laundry just like we just did. And we'll see you guys soon.